Right. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay.
So I want to say a big thank you for being here, which I am very sure you are not watching this webinar by mistake. You are in for something great, my friend. What you're about to learn will never be taught in class by your lecturers. Please don't get me wrong. This secret I am about to show you is probably what your lecturer know, but they know if they show you this, you will overpass their exams. Yes, that's why most of them just keep skipping things for you to go and learn it yourself. That is why you will never be taught this in your class. You might just be taught the number way of solving calculus in class, and at the end of the day, it is shown that 70% don't understand in class. Alright, so if you're an engineering student and science student watching this webinar today, what you're about to learn now is what will lead you on and on in area of your academics. Alright, not even mathematics. So never neglect never neglect learning calculus, especially if you're an engineering and science student watching this webinar. Alright, so let me quickly do a brief introduction about myself so you will know why you should even listen to me. That who am I? Who am I talking to? Who am I to talk to you? Who am I to teach you mathematics or calculus without solving? Why you should even stay to the end of this webinar? Alright, why you should even take heed of every step I show you in this webinar on how to solve calculus even without solving. So why should you listen to me? Alright. Well, my name is Joshua Francis, okay, or Francis Joshua, a chemical engineering student of Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Efun, Delta State. By the way, all I'm about to show you in this webinar is what I have been studying for 3 to 4 years now. Alright, so you don't just see that, oh, I wake up this early morning and I was like, oh, Josh, please let us do a tutorial and teach these people. Alright, it's what I've actually been learning for 3 to 4 years. It is what I have applied, and I came out in flying colors in my mathematics examination, including engineering maths. Not just that, please, not just that. I've also used these techniques to study other of my courses, and it has worked well for me, and that's why I still remain a first class student. All right, so this is why you're actually listening to me. Okay, so if you are watching or you are staying to the end of this webinar, all of this secret is what I'll be showing you, which I'm very sure you are staying to the end, right? Good. And by the way, this secret I shared hasn't only worked for me. Oh, please don't think it has worked for me and I'm using this for my own self. Look at my students. Look at what they have been saying after I share this secret to them in a tutorial just like this. Okay. And you can see this image at the top here. It was like, thank you, sir, for showing us a quicker way to solve maths 1-to-1. All right, this was last year. All right, so after showing them a quicker way of solving mathematics 1, it was like, oh, thank you for very much for showing us. And okay, I gave him a thumbs up, and after this guy wrote his exam at this side, it was like anything apart from A is not sure for us. You understand? These are my students that I've showed them this thing and they have used it in their examination, and it was like after anything apart from A is not sure for us, because it is very sure you're going to have A, you're going to come out in flying colors after staying to the end of the webinar. Alright? Then I think this is another one here. This was December 2nd, 2022. It was like, bro, thank you for the calculator tutorial. It really helped me. God bless you. And I was like, hey man, you're welcome. All right. This one under here, it was like, I celebrate you, sir. We had a wonderful exam. It was a photocopy of last year past question. Okay. These are secrets I share to my students. All right. That, oh, please go and read this place. Your question is going to be coming out from there. I'm very sure you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. So please, that is why you need to listen to me. That's why you need to actually stay to the end of this webinar, okay? So you can see that's why most of my students even call me Tutor Josh. Okay, they call me Tutor Josh, not just because I show them how to solve calculus without solving. It's not because of that, because they believe in the impact that when I am ready to give out knowledge, which I am about to do in this webinar. So all of these are why you should listen to me and why you should stay to the end of the webinar. Okay, so that's just it. So before we move on to the webinar proper, please and please, I am begging, avoid distraction. Okay, please and please avoid distraction. If I were you, I would just stay in a very tight corner and listen to this webinar. Okay, please and please avoid distraction. I would rather say you even put your phone in DND mode. I'm sorry for that. Okay, I'm sorry for that. You can put your phone in DND mode to avoid calls, text message, WhatsApp, and everything. So you will just watch this webinar smoothly and understand how to solve calculus without solving. All right, I will take a book, I will take a pen, and also I will also take my Casio FS991 ES Plus calculator. So you will follow in the steps that I am about to give you on how to solve calculus without solving. All right, please, these are the two things I will need you to do right away, even as you continue in this webinar. All right, I'm very sure you've done that, right? Okay, let us move on. Now, when we talk about calculus, what do we need to know about calculus? Okay, what should we know? All right, what should we know, or what do we even, what is calculus? Okay, but now calculus is one of the most important branch of mathematics that deals with the rate of change and motion. Okay, it is very, very important. If you're an engineering student or a science student watching this webinar, I bet you can't do without it. You can't do it. You always see it at the front. It's at the front waiting for you. Okay, that is why you need to build a foundation on how to solve it without solving it. Okay, good. Now, calculus formulas can be broadly divided into the following six broad sets of formulas. These six broad formulas are related to limit, differentiation, integration, definite integral, application of differentiation, and differential equation. Okay, these are the main six broad formulas that we use in calculus. But this is actually, it's too big for me. I actually break it down into three at the end of the day, which I'll be showing you at the end of the webinar. Okay, good. Now let's quickly give attention to integration. Why are we giving attention to integration, by the way? I believe when you know integration, you're going to know what they call limits, and you're going to know what they call differentiation, because it's just like, the last part of this calculus. Okay, so I said integration is the reverse process of differentiation, where we reduce the function into parts. All right, the integral sign is indicated by the integral sign of this. Okay, mostly it's usually called indefinite integral, or summation of, so it can be like summation of f of x, which I said in this part, summation of f of s, or indefinite integral of f of x. All right, please, all of these definitions and stuff is actually what you should just know, and so you'll not be blank, and when probably you want to do a mathematical solution, you should know that, oh, this is what integration is talking about. But please and please, all integration questions can be solved using the Casio FS991 ES Plus calculator. Yes, it can be solved with the calculator. You don't even need to bother yourself about integration by parts, partial integration, indefinite integration, or the rest. All of them can be solved using the Casio FS991 ES Plus calculator. All right, so let's quickly look at the question and method of solving them. Here is a question given to us. They said evaluate the integral of 4 exponential raised to the power of 2x dx with upper and lower limit of 1/2 and -1 respectively. Now, in this kind of question, they gave us upper and lower limit, all right, which is actually supposed to be here as upper limit. Okay, and the lower limit is supposed to be here. All right, so the question can come in this form, and they just want to confuse you, and at the end of the day, for you to solve a confusing question, this question can actually be done within a matter of seconds. All right, it can be done within a matter of seconds. That's why I gave the step. I said, first of all, you have to clear your calculator. All right, you have to clear your calculator while solving any integration question. Okay, let me bring out my calculator while we approach this question. All right, this is my calculator at this part. All right, so in clearing your calculator, what are you to do? I said you should press shift 9 3 equals to AC. Please and please, you don't actually need to master all of this. Okay, all of this is actually practice. Okay, when you keep practicing it and practicing it and practicing it, you're going to get used to it. All right, you're going to get used to it. So in doing so, you just have to press shift, which I've pressed shift because it's going to show x here. All right, that means I want to perform a function. All right, so I'm going to press 9. All right, 9 is actually showing clear at this part. All right, so pressing shift 9 is actually that you're pressing shift and performing this function, which is the clear. I hope you can see it at this part of the question. All right, then you're pressing 3 because it's just for you to follow the options in your screen. Then you're pressing equals to, which is yes, and you're pressing AC. You've cleared your calculator. You've set your calculator to what? Default mode. You're telling your calculator that, hey, I want to perform a function. Please clear everything I've set at the past. All right, so that is just what you're doing. Then after that, you have to set your calculator to what? Gradient mode. Yes, set your calculator to gradient mode. How do you do that? All right, let's look at the next step. All right, so we have to do that by pressing shift mode 4. Shift mode 4. Like I said, you don't actually need to cram all of this. when you keep practicing and practicing, it's going to get used to you. All right, so shift mode 4, you're pressing shift, you're pressing mode. All right, so this is shift and this is the mode button. Then you can see radian here is what is 4. All right, so you're pressing 4. It will show that, oh, you've set your calculator here at this point to what radian mode. So you can see you set your calculator to radian mode. Then the next question is what? Press the integral key under alpha. This is the integral key under alpha. This is alpha. This is the key under alpha. So you have to press it. It's going to bring out the integration sign. Can you see it? So actually, you don't actually need to solve all this kind of complex question, especially when you are giving multiple choice questions. You're just take your calculator and input the question, and you're solving it to get your answer. At period. So let's look at the question. They will punch it into our calculator, but because the next step said input the question in your calculator and press equals to get your final answer. All right, so let's look at the question. Oh, here is the question, right? And my calculator is still set to integral mode. So I'm having 4 exponential 2 raised to power of 2x. So I'm pressing 4. I'm pressing alpha. This is exponential at this point, okay? Alpha is the red button, and the exponential at this point here is actually the red button. All right, so that's why you're pressing this key to bring out the exponential. All right, so you're pressing the raised to power button at this part, which is this part. You're pressing it. Then you're pressing 2x, which is 2. To press x, you have to press alpha, and you have to press x. So you can see you've gotten 4 exponential raised to the power of 2x. As simple as that. Then we also have upper limit, we also have lower limit. Our upper limit here is half, our lower limit here is -1. So you just have to navigate, all right, using this replay button in your calculator. In your Casio FS991ES Plus calculator, you can just navigate like this to move to this part. You see it's already blinking here. So the lower limit is -1, which you have to put -1. Then you move up to go to the upper limit. It's blinking here, telling you what should I put at this part. So you're putting 1. Then the divided sign here is right here. Then you press it. Then you put 2. All right. Then you press equals to get your final answer. Then you just have to wait for your calculator to bring your answer. And you're seeing 5.165. Obviously, if you approximate 5.1658, it's actually 5.17, which is your option A. As simple as that. You can actually solve this within 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you are done. And you're moving to the next question. Solving it, moving to the next question, as easy as it can be. You don't need to stress yourself, say you want to be learning, solving it in exam. There's no actually time for you. All right, my friend, you have to hurry up. Let's move to the next question. Now, the next question said, solve integral, definite integral of x sine s dx with upper limit of pi and 0 respectively, which is actually upper and lower limit of pi and 0 respectively. The same step we did in the last question. All right, so how are we going to do that? You clear your calculator. Obviously, we've cleared our calculator, so it's just for us to just on it and to clear what is the screen. All right, set your calculator to radian mode. Our calculator is already on radian mode already. All right, then what are you to do again? Can you tell me? Good. Yeah, just what? Press the integral sign. All right. Then after pressing the integral sign, you're putting the question in the integral sign and press equals to get your answer. All of this is very simple. All right. This is actually solving integration with limits. All right. That's why I actually make this question first before we move to the other questions. All right. So with solving with limits, we have to just press the integral sign and input the question. You're pressing alpha x. All right, because you have x at this point. Then you're pressing sine, right? Then you still have x. You're pressing alpha x. Close the brackets. Yeah, it's very good you actually close the brackets to make everything balanced. Then your dx is there. Telling your calculator that please, you're actually integrating with respect to what? X. That's why your dx is there. All right, then you move, you navigate, all right, to put your lower limit. Lower limit is 0, right? The upper limit is what? Pi. How do you bring out your pi? You press shift at this point and press this button down at this point. All right, as simple as that. Then you press equals to, then you wait for your calculator to give you your answer. The calculator said the answer of this question is pi. Calculator cannot be wrong, except if you put a wrong digit or a wrong value in it. that is when your calculator is going to be wrong. That's when it's going to give you a wrong answer, which you should take note, or you should be careful of the question or what you're actually pressing in your calculator. Alright, so the answer to this question is C, as easy as it can be. Alright, so let's move to the next question. Alright, here's another question, and in this question they said we should determine 2 sine bracket 4x minus 9 dx. Alright, we should find what? The integral of 2 sine bracket 4x minus 9 dx. This question is actually solvable without solving, because you might look at it that, oh, where is the upper and lower limit? Yes, integration question can solve like this. But remember I said that all integration questions can be solved using the Casio FS 991 ES Plus calculator, right? So how are we going to solve this? Please, there's another method for this, right? Let's look at the method. All right, the first one now, I said you should what? Clear your calculator. Very important. Yes, it's very important you clear your calculator while doing this. And this is my calculator which I just brought out. All right, so you can clear your calculator by, what do? You press what? Shift 9 3 equals to AC. All right, so that's how you clear your calculator. Like I said, you don't need to keep cramming this step, or you're cramming mathematics. It's just for you to understand it. All right, and as time goes on, when you keep practicing and practicing, you are going to get used to it. Now the second one there is to what? Set your calculator to what? Radian mode. All right, by doing that you press shift mode 4. All right, shift mode 4. Okay, and if you see at this point, your calculator now is already on default mode, or degree mode, I mean, sorry, it's on degree mode. Now to set it in radian mode, you're going to press shift 9. Just follow the instruction here. Degree mode is actually 3, so if you want to take it back to degree mode, you're pressing 3, but we want it on what? Radian mode, so we're pressing what? 4. Good, you can see now at this point it's having R. Yes, now at this point you have to what? Put a number in your calculator as S. That means you should store a number, you should assign a number as X in your calculator. That's why I said in step 3 or in method 3, assign S to be what? 0.1. Why are we choosing 0.1? Why can't we choose 100? Why can't we use 50? But I like staying uniform. Okay, I like making I don't want to give my calculator a lot of work, and at the end of the day it's going to give me a big figure. I just want a figure that, when I use it, the calculator is going to use it for me and give me the value of my answer to the question. All right, that's why I suggest you use 0.1, or sometimes you can use 2, but I've worked with 0.1 and it has helped me, and I haven't been getting the wrong answer in my examination. All right, so that's why I recommend you to use 0.1. Now the fourth one said, okay, let's assign 0.1. We press what? 0.1, then you press shift, you press RCL button. You can follow me at this side of the screen. Okay, RCL to choose store, then you press X. Now it's telling you that 0.1 is actually X. That means anywhere you press X in this calculator, I mean, it is what? 0.1. As simple as that. Now the next step said you would impute the question in your calculator. I'm very sure you are taking note of this, right? Good. You impute the question in your calculator and press equals to get a value. Please and please write down that value down. Write down that value. All right, you need to write the value, because that value you got is actually your answer. Yes, it's actually your answer. So please write the value down. Write the value down. All right, let's see the question. So we'll press it in our calculator. This is the question, right? So now you're punching it in your calculator without this integral sign. Okay, take note. So we go by doing 2 sine. Where is your sign? Okay, 2 sine. Then you press 4 alpha x minus 9. Then you close your bracket. You can see it. This is your question without the integral sign. Then you press equals to. Now your answer you got now is what? Minus 4687941. You don't need to bother about that. Okay, you can just take minus 4 or minus 1.4687. okay, that's fair enough, right? So now this value you got is actually your answer. But how are you going to know minus 4 points when it's not even in the option? It's not for you to go to the next method. Okay, let's see the next method where I expose the answer for you. I said test the option by differentiating and imputing each to get the value jotted down. Now you are going to be testing the option by differentiating. When I was explaining integration, I said integration is the reverse of differentiation, right? So it's just like you're differentiating the question to see its reverse. All right, to see its reverse, because the reverse actually is what? Minus 1.4687. I don't know if you're getting this picture. All right, so that is why we're testing the option by differentiating and jotting down. So any value that give you minus 1.468 is the answer. All right, so let's quickly move into the question or the option. These are the options, right? So you are differentiating the answer. Obviously, this is what we got, minus 1.4687, and you have to press what? Shift integral to bring out your differentiation sign. Just like I said, it's a shift integral, then impute the option like I meant rather, okay? So you are coming to your calculator, you are pressing shift integral. All right, so this is your differentiation symbol here. All right, by pressing shift integral, then let's test option A. We are pressing open bracket of alpha 8, then to bring out x, you're pressing alpha x minus 18, then you close the bracket, right? Then you press cos 4 alpha x minus 9, then you close your bracket, then you come over to this side where it shows x. Now it's asking you, what do you store x at before in the first place? You store x at 0.1, so that's what you're going to put here. So if you are storing s as 2 in your own, but I would rather recommend you store it as 0.1, you put 2 here. All right, so you're printing equals to get an answer. Oh, we got minus 55.98. Oh, this is too big. We want minus 1.4687. You understand? So let's test option B. So we can just press AC and press shift integral again to bring this out. So option B now is what? Minus 1, then your division sign here, then 2. Come over to this side, which is cos 4x minus 9, right? So you're pressing 4 alpha x minus 9. Then you close your bracket. Make sure you always close your bracket, because if you not make this uniform, you won't get an answer. All right, so just tell you syntax error and you start looking for, oh, why am I getting the wrong answer? So make sure your brackets are always uniform in that part. So at this point you are pressing what? 0.1, then you're pressing equals to you can see option B actually gave us minus 1.4687, which is actually what we wanted. Okay, so option B is the answer to this question. There's no doubt. Even though you try option C, you can do it. You can try option D. If it's not giving you minus 1.467, they know the answer, which is obviously not going to give us. So option B is the answer to this question. As simple as this. With this method alone, you can use it to solve any kind of integration question, and you're going to get your answer without stress. With a matter of seconds, you're done with this. Okay, you're done with this. So let's look at another example. Okay, let's look at another example. We are going to just be solving a lot of questions. Now you can see they said evaluate integral of 3x squared minus 5x over x then dx. Okay, we should evaluate this. This is actually without limit. Okay, this is actually without limit. So how are we going to do this kind of question? Still the same method we used in the other question, but let us look at the method. Now the first one said you clear your calculator. All right, you have to clear your calculator, right? Then press shift 9 equals to 93 equals to AC. All right, so you are bringing out our calculator again. We're pressing shift 9. You follow the instruction here. You want to clear all, so you are pressing 3 equals to, then you press AC. All right, then obviously your calculator is back to what? Degree mode. Please take it to what? Default mode. Okay, you're taking it to default mode, and by doing so you are pressing what? Shift mode. Then you follow the instruction here, then you press 4. Your calculator now is already in degree mode, showing hour at this point. Okay, so you assign s to be 0.1. Oh, I actually meant 0.1 here. You can use 2 if you like I said. You can use any figure you want, but I like using 0.1. Okay, so 0.1, 0.1, then you press what? Shift RCL button, then X. It will store at what? 0.1. Okay, now you impute the question in your calculator to get a value. Then that value you write it down. Okay, because that value is actually your answer. So it's just for you to test the option or test what you've got in your exam to know if you're actually correct. All right, so in writing the value down, what do? You press or in writing the value down, you have to punch this in your calculator to bring the value. So you are pressing this division sign here. You are pressing 3 alpha x square minus 5 alpha x, isn't it? Then you navigate downward, you're pressing alpha x to bring out this sign, right? Then you're pressing equals to. Now you can see your answer here is what? Minus 47/10. You can convert it to decimal by pressing this SD here. You're going to have minus 4.7. So we are now going to what? Differentiate this option and see if anyone is going to give us minus 4.7. Anyone giving us minus 4.7 is actually the answer to this question. You understand? So let's do that. And you're doing that by pressing shift integral sign. Alright, so the first option there says 6x minus 5. Like I said, you don't need to bother about the c, okay, because it's like it's a constant, and all of them are having it. So obviously you are looking for your answer and your answer should have a constant with it, okay, because it's an integration constant. That's what it stands for. Alright, so the first one is what? 6 alpha x minus 5. Then move to this part, then put 0. What? 1, because we assign 0.1. We press equals to. Oh, we're having 6. No, we don't want 6. We want what? Minus 4.7. So let's try option 2, or option B rather. You can just navigate to save your time, okay? So you just put your division sign, okay? I like saving time in my examination. Time is very, very important to me in examination, okay? So I can just navigate and because option B is still having the same thing. It's just that the 2 is down by this part. Alright, so the same thing that you just press equals to. Alright, oh, you have 3. We don't want 3, we want minus 4.7. So let's try C. Please, let's try C. You can navigate like I said. You want to save time, you just put alpha x here because it's having minus 5s there. Then you come to this side and you clear here and you put 3 divided by 2. Here is having square, you just put your square at this point. Alright, so just save time, and press. Very good. Option C is our answer. You can just now press to check which is minus 4.7 we actually wrote down, right? So this is how you solve all of this kind of question, as easy as it can be. Or let us try D to see if it will give us our answer. Can we? Let's try D. Let's see. So it's not look that I'm trying it, and let's try D. Let's clear this off. It is plus, right? So you have to be fast. You clear this off. Clear this. It is x squared. So you are putting alpha x. It can never give you 4.7, minus 4.7 rather. So option C actually gave us minus 4.7, which is 47/10. Alright, so this is our answer to this question. So like I said, all integration questions can be solved using the what? Casio FS 991 ES Plus calculator. Alright, so that is just it. So okay, the last step here was what? Any option that gives the answer was correct. Very good, as easy as it can be. Now this is just how you solve some questions under integration, right? This is how you solve it. But what if I am willing and ready to assist you with other problems in mathematics? How are you going to feel? Because this is just integration. There are a lot of mathematical problems. How are you going to feel if I assist you with all of them? What if I hold you in the hands and help you through even with your mathematics assignment? Will you allow me to do all of this for you? Please take your time and answer this, because we are just done with integration. Now I'm asking you this question: how are you going to feel if I help you and show you this same way of solving other mathematical problem you will have or you face in school? So if your answer is yes, I have a good news for you. Yes, I have a good news for you. I have created a course that literally has all of the problem in general mathematics that you can think of. All of the problem. And I tag this video course because it's a video course. I tag this video course how to solve mathematics without solving. I am very sure you should be excited by now, right? Because you're actually solving all mathematics. You're not just solving calculus. You're solving mathematics without solving. So I'm sure you should be excited by now, because by knowing all of this, the general problem in mathematics is actually solvable without solving all, using the Casio FS 991 ES Plus calculator. Alright, and I've generally arranged this course in a way that you can get access to it online. Since it's a video course, okay, get into it, get the part you want to study, and just go in and study. All right, so it is divided into only 8 parts. 8 parts, I mean. All right, in general mathematics, I divided into 8 parts. And in part one, you will learn about the number-based system and operation. All right, and in this section, you will learn everything that has to do with numbers. All right, everything that has to do with numbers. When you're talking about number base, you're talking about complex number, and so on. That's what you'll be learning in part one, all right, because it is divided into 8 parts, like I said. Now in part two, you will learn about sequence, you will learn about series, you will learn about equation, everything that has to do with sequence and series, theory of all kinds of equation, either simultaneous equation, quadratic equation, root of equation, equation with root, equation with fraction, and everything. So you also learn about sword in this part, all right. This part is actually loaded. I'm very sure you don't want to miss this kind of question or this kind of method to solve it, all right. So in part three, you'll be learning about algebraic manipulation. Yes, now you are talking about partial fraction and its solution. That's what you're going to be learning in part three. Part three, just focus on that because there is a lot to learn in that kind of questions. All right. So in part four, you learn about trigonometry and function, everything that has to do with what trigonometry, inverse of a function, yes, inverse of a function, discontinuous function, domain and range of a function. You see, everything that has to do with function is what you are going to be learning in part four, because all of them are actually solvable without solving. You understand? Now in part five, which is actually a preview of what we just did now, you learn about what? Calculus. You know, when we started this video, I said the calculus is divided into 6. I make it so simple that I just put everything into 3 parts, then add everything or add some sub part into it, okay. And that's those 3 parts are just limits of a function, differentiation, and what? Integration. So that is what you'll be learning in this part 3 and part 5, I mean. So it is well loaded, it's well loaded, okay. This is just a preview of what you're going to see in the course, all right. This is just a preview of what you're going to see. Now in part 6, you will be learning about the linear algebra, all right. Everything that has to do with vector and dynamics that you think you want to scatter your head, please, they are actually solvable without solving, all right. You learn about matrix and so on. In part 7, probability and combinatories, all right. So you're going to be learning about probability, permutation and equation, how you can actually solve them with your calculator, all right. So it's just like you're solving them without solving it, all right. So that's what you're going to be learning in part 7. So you might think, it's only calculus, calculator can work for you, can actually solve. Please, all of these are actually solvable without solving, all right. And in the last part, which is actually part 8, you will learn about statistics, all right. Everything you need to know about statistics, your mean, median, mode, and the rest, your variance, your standard deviation, mean deviation, any statistics you can think of are actually studied in this part, all right. So it's what you don't want to miss. Now let me tell you, do you know I actually show this course or I actually show all what I've done to a lecturer, and he was like, I'm actually writing I'm writing the whole syllabus for a course study in school. It's actually funny, but do you know he's actually right? Because after studying all syllabus in school from first year to final year, this is actually what you'll be seeing, or it's basically what they are doing in school, all right. So you should have known by now that if you want to pay for the knowledge of what is inside my course, you know, you either pay for your school fees, you either bought textbook, and the handout sef you're even buying is not even what to even show you what is inside my course, because what they are going to show you in the handout is probably how you can solve it the normal way around, and at the end of the day it's confusing you understand. Or you would have attended tutorials to go and learn all of this, but everything is already packed in a course. You also even pay for private tutorial to come and teach you so. Please, it is too much. You are still even going to spend a lot of money, all right. And I'm very sure you are going to spend more than 6 figures 6 figures or above, you understand. So that is why is it not good actually sef you even get the mathematics, how to solve mathematics without solving blueprints course, or and someone that is ready to guide you throughout your stay in the university or your school. So even if the cost is 50,000 naira, even if the cost is 25,000 naira or 15,000 naira, it's actually best to get it, okay. It's actually best to get it. And please, do you know it's actually fair at a price compared to what you pay in 7 months in school every year just to learn it, like I said in this place. But please, no, all those prices I mentioned there are not what you're going to get it for, all right. Because you stayed to this part of this webinar, and I've promised you that I'll be giving you at a discount price, All right, I'll be giving you the how to solve mathematics without solving blueprint at a discount price. All right, so to get all the package in how to solve mathematics without solving blueprints, you are just to pay the sum of 5,000 naira. All right, you're just to pay the sum of 5,000 naira. That is interesting, right? Now please, for disclaimers, if you are thinking you're just paying 5,000 naira for a course and please it's just for a course, it's just for mathematics, you are wrong. All right, you are very very wrong. Okay, that's why there's a bonus for you when you pay the sum of 5,000 naira to get the how to solve mathematics without solving blueprint. There is a bonus for you. There is a big bonus for you. Now the first bonus, I said access to my student support group, which I tag super mathematicians. All right, super what? Mathematicians. Generally there will be interaction with other tutors in this group. Okay, we share more tips on how you can solve mathematics without solving. And to join this group on its own is about 25,000 naira, because there are other tutors in it. So those tutors will actually leave what they are doing to reply you, and I'm actually paying them for it. I'm paying them free. Okay, I'm paying them, and you are getting the knowledge for free just because you've gotten the how to solve with mathematics without solving blueprints. Now you can see this group. Now this group, we are about 6. Okay, I'm the admin there, and 5 people join. Okay, those 5 people are people that have gotten the blueprint already. Right, those 5 people are people that have gotten the blueprint already. Then when we are complete, then I'm just going to add the tutors. Select the tutors and add them into it. Okay, so please, I'm going to be paying them, and you are not just going to be paying them. You can ask your question and they are going to give you reply immediately. So it's like a student support group, and I tag it super what? Mathematicians. All right. Now the second one, you're going to have access to my direct my WhatsApp DM and other tutors. Alright, so this is actually fair enough, because all questions that you think you want to ask in class and probably your lecturers are not answering you, or probably you have an assignment you can send to us. Okay, we are ready to what? Reply you in a matter of what? Seconds when you ask this question. Okay, and because of our time, we actually charge a lot. Okay, we charge about 10,000 naira to actually give you this reply. All right, but now you are not going to be paying us for this. It's just for you to what? Get the course, and you're getting this for free. You're getting it for free. So you can see this image here. This is a student of mine. She was like, oh sorry, please, I forget how to initialize the number, please can you tell me the step. She sent this message 9:43 p.m. You can see the time she sent the message. It's very late. I would have been sleeping by then, but immediately as my phone just came up and I saw, oh, it's my student, I have to give her a voice note with a matter of seconds. Actually, you can see here I reply at what? 9:43. All right, and she was like, oh okay, got it, thanks. I was like, sure. You can see this was last year, December 10th. It was last year. So this is what you will be getting for free. You ask your question, late hours you are going to be replying you. Okay, now you're becoming my student for life if you get access to the what? Blueprint. Since you are going to be getting a course that will guide you in mathematics for your academics, you're definitely going to become my student. And to become my student, because even though you are in 400 level, 3 4 200, you are what? Becoming my student for life. All right, and becoming my student for life, for me to hold you in the hand, is actually worth 30,000 naira. But please, you're not paying 30,000 naira. Okay, it's just for you to get the blueprint for 5,000 naira. You can see all of these bonuses. Is not what you're going to miss. It's not what you want to miss. Now we'll be having weekly mathematics class with other tutors. All right, this is me now bringing other tutors in school. All right, and other schools sef to come and show us some things that we would like to know. And for me to bring other tutors, they are not just going to come. I'm going to pay them. Okay, so you're not going to be paying them. You're going to just be getting all of this for free, because you've gotten access to the what? Course. That is why I'm doing all of this for you. All right, so this is what you're not going to be this is not what you're going to miss. So there will be weekly mathematical class. Okay, this is not what you want to miss. Like I said, now you're going to have access to my guide on how I prepare for any coming examination. So if you think you're just getting a maths course for 5,000 naira and you want to study maths, please no. Okay, you're going to be getting a premium package on how I tackle other courses aside from mathematics and make me come out in flying colors. All right, for me to send you this blueprint is what 5,000 naira, because I don't share my secrets. All right, so for me to give you my secret it's for 5,000 naira, but I'm not giving you for 5,000 naira. You just have to get the how to solve mathematics without solving blueprint for 5,000 naira, and you're getting access to my guide on how I prepare for any coming examination for free. All right, so this is it. Now don't think this is all. Okay? Don't think this is all. I still have more. Okay, there will be a school tutorial tour for the highest students in a school that gets my course. So interesting. Okay, let me just explain. Let's say there's a school, there's 10 schools, okay, and the schools is just for like from A to J, Z, sorry, A to J. And in school A, 10 people got my course. School B, 5 students got my course. School C, 1, and so on. School D, 12 students got my course. You understand? And school E, 4 students. School C, school F, sorry, 6 students. School G, 7. School H, no students got the course. School I, 1 student. And school J, 2 students got my course. So let's move further to the next slide. I'll be going to be going with my team. I'll be going with my team to the school that have the highest student that got my course for a big tutorial even after getting my course. Just like you're in school, then your classmates or your colleagues, they got my course and all of you are about 5. I'm going to be coming to your school. All right, so in this example I gave you, I'm going to be definitely going to be going to school D, going to school A, going to school G, going to school F, I'm going to school B, because I'm not just going to go to all. I'm just going to go to the one that have the highest student that got my course. All right, so that is it. Now it's even best to even share this video with your friends, all right, so they can see it and be like, wow, oh, all these are going to be for us, so they can actually get the course also. All right, they can actually get the course also, and this is actually what 100,000 naira. Please don't get me wrong, because if I'm going with my team, I'm going to be, we need accommodation, we need to feed. We are not just going to go there and go back to our house the next day. We have to stay there like, okay, 2 to 3 days, okay. So that is why it's actually worth 100,000 naira. So you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, okay? Me coming physically to give you this lesson is something that it is very, very interesting, okay? And it will be stuck in your head for life, all right? So the last one, which I know it's my best, is that I'll be giving 10,000 naira to any student that will score above 90 over 100 in his or her general mathematics examination using my guide. This is the best, okay? It's just like you got my course for the guide, and after your examination you score 90 over 100 or above 90. It can be 90, it can be 91, it can be 92, okay, over 100. All right, imagine now you got this stuff and you came to meet me. Maybe let's say first semester you did the same thing, I'm going to give you 10,000 naira. Second semester you do the same thing, I'm going to give you 10,000 naira. That means in a full section you're having 20,000 naira. Okay, you already have a scholarship, my friend. So it's just like you're getting a course for 5,000 naira, and you are every semester, at the end of every semester, you are what, passing with flying, you're passing your exams or you're flying colors, and you're receiving 10,000 naira. Okay, this is just for me to motivate you, okay, with the little I have for a course that you're going to get for what, 5,000 naira. Is this what you want to miss? I'm very sure you don't want to miss this, right? So now you may think all of these sweet bonuses still be here, okay, thinking that you will get the course later. Please, I am sorry to say this. Right, this bonus is not going to last at all. It's not going to last at all, because it's only for the first 20 persons that will get the course. Yes, it's only for the first 20 persons that will get the course, except bonus 6, okay, because I will still need to analyze those that will get later on and go to that school, and this is what bonus 6. All right, so I don't want room for procrastination, my friend, like I said here. And by the time of recording this webinar, 5 persons has already bought it and are waiting patiently in the super mathematician and mathematician group. All right, so you can see the picture here. All right, or this is the picture rather. We are 6. I said I'm the admin, make it plus me 6. 5 have already gotten the course, so you just left for the next 15 person to join them, and this bonus I just said in this place will be for them. All right, because later on this bonus might not be actually be there. It will not be actually be there for them. All right, so that's why I said in this place that please come to think of it, after the first person 20 persons has gotten it, the price of the course will move to 10,000 naira. So I'm left with what, 15 persons to join the group, and after this 15 person has gotten the course, it will move to what, 10,000 naira. So and probably you might not have access to this bonus again. All right, so please and please, if you are thinking of how to get the course now, this is the right time. All right, you might come back tomorrow and I'll say, oh no, I'm sorry, please, the group is already completed with 20 persons, which I want to give my bonus, and you have to pay a sum of what, 10,000 naira. Okay, so please, if you want to get the course now, pay the sum of what, 5,000 naira to this bank account. Okay, 017-603-6699, GT Bank, Francis Joshua O. Okay, so this is the bank account you have to pay the sum of 5,000 naira. You can write it down: 017-603-6699. And after payment, please, you can come to my WhatsApp DM, okay, please, and send me a receipt. This is just for me to confirm that, oh yes, you've paid. All right, and I'll give you details on how you get the course, okay, because I don't want you to get the course later on and probably share it to someone else. It might not even be possible. Okay, so you get the course, I'll give you access to the course, and mind you, after your payment, you are just going to join the group. So I'll know those I am working with, the first 20 persons, and which 5 persons has already joined already, remain just 15. Okay, so you can send the payment receipt to 081-8030-3165. You can see it at the screen here. Okay, so please, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for after the first 20 persons has joined before you pay sum of 10,000 naira? So please pay your 5,000 naira to what, 017-603-6699, and send the details to me. Okay, and I'm going to give you access directly to my super mathematician group first of all, which is the first bonus I promise you, and give you details on how you get the course. Okay, so we've come to the end of this webinar, and I want to say a big thank you for staying to the end of this video, and congratulations in advance. Now you've known how to get the how to solve, or sorry, you've known how to get this, how to solve mathematics without solving blueprints, right? So I'm very sure I'm going to see you this week for our weekly class again. Okay, so that's good. Congratulations and thank you. Now please, if you have any question, to ask me, you can send your question to my DM. Okay, 081-8030-3165. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number, and I will see you inside. Thank you.